I am your host, Margarita Everline, founder of Marketing Boss. And today I have a fun interview for you with an attorney that does something very unique. Her name is Arnice Foster, and she's going to join us here on the virtual stage shortly. But first, check out this video.
Welcome to Care Sandwich, the podcast where we dive into the success journeys of law firm owners across the country. I'm Margarita Everline, your host and the founder of Marketing Boss, a fractional chief marketing officer firm for law firms. On this show, we'll explore the challenges, strategies, and victories that have shaped law firms and how they wrap every interaction with care. Because we believe that caring isn't just a value, it's a strategy for success. So grab your favorite sandwich, sit back, and let's dig into a conversation filled with insight, inspiration, and of course, a lot of care.
Hello, hello. You're in for a treat. There are attorneys who do so many interesting things, and Arnice is actually an attorney that also works as a coach, which is super exciting. So welcome to the stage, Arnice. Come join me.
Hello, it's so good to see you. I'm really excited to be here today.
Yeah, we're excited to have you. I would love to invite you to tell the audience about you. Tell us your story. How did you go from attorney to coach, coach to attorney? I'm not even sure how the order happened for you, but how did this happen? And tell us about yourself.
Okay, so I am obviously an attorney, and my husband and I are in practice together. I'm in Atlanta, and I started off as a real estate closing attorney. And the market crashed, and my husband joined the firm, and we pivoted to being trial attorneys. So we did criminal and personal injury, and now our practice is primarily personal injury, and that's the Foster firm. But I find that as attorneys are really creative people. So a lot of times you'll meet attorneys who do different things. They are oftentimes attorneys and they're authors, or they're attorneys and they're fitness gurus, or they're attorneys and they're real estate agents or mortgage brokers or insurance agents. So we tend to have lots of different things that we love to do. And what I realized early in my private practice when I started working for myself, well, for one, I went into real estate because I love real estate. So in addition to practicing law, I also love real estate. And so that was how I ended up in real estate law to begin with. I mean, I can look at real estate 24/7. My kids hated it as children, but now they all have a really good eye for real estate. My oldest son is an investor. And so early on in running the Foster firm, I realized that I really was interested in coaching. And it was kind of a new field at the time. And so I wasn't sure how to get into coaching. And I began teaching fitness. I'm a Zumba instructor, fun times.
So let me ask you, did something happen where you got interested in coaching, or just out of nowhere, you did just divine inspiration or something?
Honestly, I was inspired to dramatically change my life years before from listening to a set of audio tapes. And it inspired me to become an A student, go to law school, divorce my first husband. It just really, the mindset and the power of mindset.
Who was
really
it that influenced you?
That was Brian Tracy. Are you familiar with his work?
No, my guess was going to be Wayne Dyer because he did a lot of tapes too, but wow, okay.
They're all kind of from the same tree.
Okay.
And so So it was Brian Tracy, and I started listening to the law of success, the science and the psychology of success, and it just changed my perspective. And I was like, wow, if I could be impacted like this,
Mm.
to just change my mindset, change my focus, change my ideas and my beliefs, and just really change the trajectory of my life. I was like, everybody could be influenced by this. But how was I going to teach that to people? That's not a job, right? Lawyer is a career. Coaching didn't
Yeah.
seem like something. So I was deterred and delayed, is what I would say.
Okay.
Dream delayed until I became a fitness instructor, and I'm a Zumba instructor, but I'm a group fitness trainer. And then I began to see that women needed mindset change in order to actually be successful at fitness and weight loss, to really achieve
Mm.
goals. And so I started using that with my students and instructors that I would train. And so I got additional training. So I'm a oh, and then I hired some coaches for the business, for the practice of law. And so those coaches and consultants, what a coach does and a consultant does, it's a little different. So a consultant says, where do you want to go? Where do you need to go? What can we do to improve what it is you're doing? Here's your plan, and let us move you there. What a coach does is helps you move yourself there. So I would say, well,
Mm.
what is it? Let's work through. It's not a therapist, but it's a little bit more of you coming to it. So I'm not so much solving your problem for you as a consultant will. I'm
Mm.
more helping you realize where it is you need to go. And sometimes what I've discovered is you need both. So as you know, in marketing, you show up to a law firm and
Mhm.
you're like, okay, you need a marketing plan, but then you discovered that sometimes they also need a mindset change. But you can't tell them how to change their mindset. You have to help them get to the mindset changing. And that's a little bit of difference between the coaching and consulting.
Yeah. We need so much help, us business owners, like all the
We
way
do.
around.
We do. We do.
So how do you balance that with your attorney like career? Like
With my practice.
walk us through that.
So that's a great question. Because it took Margarita, a mindset change for me in order
Mm.
to enable me a number of mindset changes. One, I had to be willing to see myself as something, not just a lawyer, but also I could be a coach, that I could be a creative and still be an attorney. So that was one mindset change. Go ahead, girl. You really want to be a coach? Go ahead and pursue that. The other
Yeah.
thing is so we hired a firm administrator, and the firm administrator really is able to step in and handle a lot of the things that as business owners we think only we can do. Only I can make sure the phone is answered correctly. Only I can run the numbers right. Only I can, manage the staff, hire the people, write the legal description, talk to firm management, negotiate a lease. We believe all these things that only we can do. But what happens is that holds us back. That holds us in place. Because if I have to do every single thing and practice law, I can't do it. I can't grow. I'm going to have to stay small. So you have to expand your staff. You have to trust your team as you train them. You have to, you know, you got to hire people and trust them, but you also have to terminate people sometimes, which is hard because we like people,
Oh my
you know,
gosh, yes.
yeah, we want to be liked. We don't want to fire people, but sometimes we're releasing them to do what really they should be doing, where they ought
Yeah.
to be. And so hiring the firm administrator and then releasing, you got to hire the person and then you got to give them space to do the thing. So hiring our firm administrator, who is amazing, she's a much better manager of the staff than I am. She's naturally talented in that way. hiring her and then giving her the space to do what she does brilliantly, that was a mindset change because we want
Mm.
to feel like we're needed, and we are, but we're needed to do the things that are our particular talent, and not to crowd into the areas where other people would just do it better, faster, and more efficiently.
What would you say to an attorney that's in that place where they really believe that they're the only one that can do XYZ? How do you overcome that? It's one thing when you say it, but it's another thing when you live it.
Right, it is. And so what I would say is I would do what I do as a coach is I say, let's do an assessment. Let's see where your talents and your interests lie. We all
Mm.
have those areas. We have a number of different things we're good at. We have the things that we're really well trained in, and then we have our zone of genius, right? Where we can do it with our eyes closed.